So, Mike, I know you've probably heard, as many people have, that Crowdsource the Truth has come under yet another attack from social engineers. So, our live streaming here on YouTube has been crippled for the next 90 days. I'm trying an interesting experiment with the premiere
90
feature.
days, really? 90 days?
Yeah, it's pretty bad, I know. And I wanted to let everybody know about the broadcast that you and I are going to be doing later tonight on patreon.com/TruePundit, patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth, and subscribestar.com/crowdsourcethetruth. This is our weekly show that's happening every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. More PAINE, where you, Mike Moore, the editor-in-chief of True Pundit, just give us your raw, uncut, unfiltered insights. We're going to be talking about these Project Veritas revelations and James O'Keefe's hidden video, hot mic video, whatever it is, and Jeffrey Epstein and all that stuff, right?
Well, first of all, let's just say, you're on a 90-day ban, but you're really 120 days ahead of everybody else. So in a six-dimensional type world, you still come out ahead. Right. People don't know what hit them. It's like you might actually be frozen in time in a strange way. But so you have to deal with these things, because when you're effective and you start to get a footprint where you're becoming effective and people are watching you and they're listening to the people that you interview and they are vested in your controversies, the only way that the left and the people who subscribe to that type of mentality politically can compete is to cheat. So they try to take your platform away from you. We've seen this happen. This has happened to you before. And what happens is you simply persevere, and then it's like a snowball rolling downhill. You just tend to get bigger. Like you want to become like an out of control Yeti at one point, and that's when you can start crushing these people. But until then, you got to kind of go along to get along and keep building your base. And see, the more they mess with you, they don't understand. They're building your base.
Absolutely correct. The thing I wanted to mention, we're not even going to get into the Yeti story tonight. That's a whole other deal. But
oh my God, that's a whole nother.
I know. I actually saw their logo the other day. Point is, you're absolutely right, Mike, because the last time social engineers struck Crowdsource the Truth's YouTube channel, a lot of people joined us over on patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth because they're going to get uninterrupted live streaming there. They're also going to get access to all the exclusive content, including tonight's episode of More PAINE at 8 p.m. and all the previous episodes where you and I went to Lancaster to sort of pursue Andrew McCabe and all the
that was fun.
Adventures we've been on. It has been. It's a lot of fun.
And the thing is, it's like people are hungry for the truth. And what I saw in the last 24 hours of people retweeting stuff about Epstein cover-ups, people are hungry for the truth, man. They just want some fucking truth. Can I say the F-bomb on here? I'm not sure. Okay. But anyhow, they just want some truth, okay? And it's not much to ask for, right? But in today's society, political and news and media society, that's become very elusive. You don't know who to trust, what's going on. And they're hungry. They want something good. They want like a win for our side, for the conservatives, for patriots who stand up on a daily basis against this insanity on the left, right? Mm-hmm. And so what happens with guys like you and I is when you start, I don't know, we came out with a new shirt. It says like, truth is the new hate speech. That's what it is. It's like you get shut down because, whoa, you're not part of some corporate conglomerate. You don't have permission to publish this stuff. Who says you're allowed to speak the truth? Oh, well, they kind of said that like in the Bill of Rights that we're allowed to do that. Huh, Bill of Rights. Constitution. Are you out of your mind? Who's your corporate sponsor? Who's your billionaire benefactor that's allowing you to do this? It's nobody, man. It's just us. Well, this can't be permitted. This is outrageous. That's kind of like the feeling from the other side. So, and then we're finding that for the same exact reasons that you're talking about here, being shut down from YouTube. That's why we went to Patreon, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to pay some money, okay, to support us for being able to put this stuff together, right? But you don't get this crap. You don't get censored content. You don't get, oh, am I going to log on today and not even be able to see this guy? right? Like, what do I have to do to find out what's really going on? And I mean, so far on Patreon, I've been able to pretty much say what I want, and sometimes it's a little out there. I get on these rants and stuff, but my heart's in the right place, and I would never be able to do that on Twitter. They throw me out in 5 minutes. It's like we have to walk a tightrope on Twitter, and we realize that, and that's okay. That's okay, because I think that it's fun trying to figure out how far you can push it sometimes.
Well, but that's it, Mike, right? It's a drip,
but
drip.
You shouldn't have to figure. Yeah,
as everybody gets censored, you become self-censoring, like you just said.
No, you do. You do. It's a survival tactic, and then eventually you say, like, this is bullshit. Like, I should be able to say what I want to say within reason. You can't get crazy and threaten people and call for, like, certain things, but you should be able to have a discussion. And if you're a little spirited in it and you get a little rowdy, that's okay. You look back at the 1700s, these guys were in the streets. They were firing people up, man. They were crazy. As far as their passion behind what they believe. And that's what we need. We need the truth, and we need passion. And I think we've done a good job of that in the last few years. But I really like Patreoning. If people don't want to come over and they don't want to support, that's cool too. Because they can read like the stuff we put on True Pundit. Some of the stuff is like a month old because we talked about it on Patreon, and we broke it on Patreon. And then I wait a while because you had these people saying, why would I pay this guy any money? I mean, he just puts the stuff out the next day. We don't. And it's not really on purpose. It's just because we're busy, and it's a lot easier for me to talk about scoops that I know about. Like today we talked about massive scoop with the NYPD we're going to be talking about, and Epstein and all this stuff that we broke in November 2016.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, today O'Keefe's talking about some bimbo from ABC who says ABC didn't want to do anything, to talk about and to publicize things that were already public at the time about Epstein and Guthrie. But the fact of the matter is, in November 2016, we wrote about Epstein's information showing up on Weiner's laptop, and the feds, it's 3 years later, man, the feds didn't do anything about it. The NYPD didn't do anything about it. They all said they were going to do something about it, threatened to release stuff. Ooh, this is bad. We're going to release it, right? And four, I don't even know if I did a three. Yeah, I guess I did a three there. But and four, the guy ends up dead in federal custody. And we're worried about what some bird brain from the media thinks about it, or what Of course ABC covered it up, for God's sakes. This is not news. What about the guys who we pay to protect us, right? To sweep garbage like Epstein off the street for us and make it a safer place for the women of the world and the kids of the world. What about them? Shouldn't the focus be on them? So we're going to talk about that tonight. And that's where the focus should be. And I think a lot of this stuff is put out there as a distraction, and we'll get into that tonight.
Yeah, and people can join us, Mike. In just about 20 minutes, we're going to be getting started on patreon.com/truepundit, patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth, and subscribestar.com/crowdsourcethetruth. Right now, this is really the best way for people who want to view this material to support the ongoing, sustainability of doing this. A lot of people want us to just put this stuff out on YouTube. In addition to being really susceptible to the tactics of social engineers who can use these tried and true methods of copyright strikes and baiting people into saying and doing things that can create videos that can be struck, by making it a low monthly fee. We have multiple micro sponsors, serve several purposes. Keeps it sustainable for you and I from a business standpoint, but also lets the viewers know that there's not some billionaire behind us like in the case of ABC. It's owned by Disney. So if Disney doesn't like the story about Epstein, or perhaps some executive at some advertiser, who knows? There's a litany of reasons why ABC could be motivated or convinced to squash the story. And with the model that we're using, there is no single large sponsor who has some undue financial influence over the news. And I think that's important, and I think that people should actually want that.
I think more and more people are understanding that that is the future, that is the game. If you want to get an inside jump on what's going on, and not only that, if you want to, a lot of times if you want to save yourself the trouble of trying to figure out what the hell's going on, like in today, we'll talk about really where the focus should be,
right.
and where your focus, you might consider putting your focus instead of kind of following the leader of every new shiny object that shows up in the media, whether it's left wing or right wing,
right.
And that's the kind of insights you get, because and people like it,
yeah.
obviously. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it, and it's working. And you know, when you're independent like us, if it works, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So we'll just continue to build, and you know, and I watch the shows after we do it because
they're funny.
I pick up on things you say. There's a lot of funny stuff, and then sometimes I think, well, a lot of times I think on the fly. There's no script, so
Right.
I'll come up with a new angle or something that we talk about, and then I'll develop that into a story, because when you're free thinking and you have the ability to talk without editing yourself midstream, that's how you get good ideas, and that's how a lot of times you have breakthroughs.
Absolutely. Well, Mike, we're just about 18 minutes out from the show. People can join us on patreon.com/TruePundit, patreon.com/crowdsourcethetruth, and subscribestar.com/crowdsourcethetruth. We're going to give people a little time to get over there, but I think we're going to close out this little preview right now, and we'll see everybody tonight for more PAINE. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to all of our generous Patreon sponsors. Mike, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Thanks, man.
Take care, and thanks for watching, everybody.